Back yourself. You've got this. That would be what I would tell my future self, my younger self, and my present self.
Hi, I'm Mia from Mia Lake Interiors, and we're at our design studio in Surry Hills. I got into interior design probably when I was a child. I was surrounded by design. My father was an architect. Design just got into my blood. There's a few photos in the childhood albums of me on building sites. I think there's even one of me inside a chicken cage because it was the safest spot for me on the building site. Later in life, I got a scholarship and lived over in Italy. It was fantastic to see how people of all different nationalities and cultures, the way that they approached design. I was taught to slow down in Italy. Their way of living, they prioritise joy. And I think it's nice to be reminded of that. Our motto is make beautiful. It's about the process and the way that you live. And it's that balance between design and art. Art, I think, is purely something of beauty, where design has to function. So I like to sort of straddle those two elements when I'm in my design space. Things can look beautiful, but if they function well, you will feel at ease and the space will feel more beautiful to you. I like when the room feels calm. So I think our designs are always considerate. That would be something that would definitely be a signature. And then natural materials as much as we can to get them into projects, because I just think they're so beautiful compared to man-made. There's a project, Stamwell House, that's near completed. We just love it. Actually, it's one of the projects that I wish I could call home. But it was very, very run down. There was parts of the original structure that were beautiful, like the wide hallways, and the archways in the hallways were quite gorgeous. I knew in the living room that the windows had to be framed with gorgeous flowing curtains, and the fireplace was definitely going to be a centerpiece. The textures and the floor were really important. Courtyard had recycled brick, the interiors had herringbone timber floor, the kitchen had this gorgeous tumbled stone. Everything was textural and patterned, and it just feels really lovely. There was that balance between sort of like a historical charm and relaxed modern living. That's where we wanted to get to. Beauty does have a moral function. I think what you see or what you feel affects how you live. If something is beautiful aesthetically, it can bring joy, or you can fall in love, or it can provoke a lot of emotions. Design is a bit like writer's block. If you get stuck, I think you get worried about the end result too much. It's that curiosity and being playful and not worrying about the end result. And that's where the magic happens, because you're in the moment focused on that, your craft, as opposed to worrying about the presentation and what someone might think.
Back yourself. You've got this. That would be what I would tell my future self, my younger self, and my present self. In design, when you're presenting, asking people to like you or like your designs, basically, it can create a little bit of anxiety of, am I enough? Am I doing enough? Are my designs good enough? But when you go back and you've got the confidence and you speak to yourself saying, you've got this, when you're confident and strong, you do a better job.